So in this video here, it's like, how do we know? How do we know what's working? Okay. We're going to give you an example of a part of the process that we did to see what's working in the market. Okay. So let me just share a screen here. So when I share my screen, Max, let me know that you can share my screen. All right.
Yep.
You see it? Okay. So one of the platforms that we use, how you in fact bought this product here, was from a site called Warrior Plus. And there's an affiliate section and there's offers. Now, of course, we have our offers on here ourselves, but let's just use one for example. And this is something that you can do yourself. Now, we're going to bring you our most powerful tactics. We're going to give you things that we know time after time after time are bringing in the views and are bringing in the sales. But just how do we reverse engineer this? So what we did is we go to affiliate and then offers. Okay. Now you look at some products here. Look at this one right here. Auto lead machine. Now we know Jeremy Kennedy. Jeremy Kennedy, his product brought in 3,000 plus sales. Okay. And at the time of this, this is when we're recording this video, this is less than a month since he launched his product. Over 3,000 sales. Is he at 4,000? Is he at 5,000? I don't know, but his product brought in at least 60K. Okay. So we know this thing's bringing sales. Now, well, where's that traffic coming from? So here's one quick way to do it. There's one way, and you can do this for any product that you know that's selling, and it'll blow your mind. So if you go to Google, all right, and you type in auto lead machine, which is the name of this product, there's some obvious ones here. Okay. There's people that are making YouTube review videos. Of course, if you can, we always recommend if you make YouTube review videos that absolutely can rank on page one. That should be one, but that's not necessarily a new tactic. Okay. That's something that is well known, and you should be doing that all the time. But as you scroll down, look at some of this crazy stuff that comes up. Okay. Now there's one site here called Auto Lead Machine Review, and it's on a site called Tika Review. I've never seen that site before. Is that someone's personal site, or is that a site where you can put reviews? So that makes me want to look at that. Let me look at this Tika Review. It's obviously ranking on #1. Okay, but here's this is where it gets crazy. All right, you look at this site here, GitHub. Now, GitHub, if you're not familiar with what GitHub is a place where programmers go to get code. Now, think about that for a second. Programmers go here to get code. Well, what the heck does that have to do with auto lead machine? It has nothing to do with it. But here's the key here. And this is the key for all these other tactics that we're going to show you. In a sense, we don't care. What we care about is that you get views. How do you get views? You get views by ranking on page one. Now, we don't want you to make your own website. We don't even necessarily want you to make a YouTube video, although you should. Can you use the power of sites that Google, for whatever reason, like if something's showing on the site, we want to inherently rank it high. So someone went on GitHub, which again has nothing to do. This is not where people are normally putting reviews, but someone figured out, okay, GitHub's getting a lot of like love from Google. So if you go to GitHub here, guess what? You click on it and boom, auto lead machine review and features demo. Almost like it's code that people would look for. But what they're doing is they're putting the links to each one of not just his front end, but his upgrades and this their affiliate links. Now, someone goes on Google and they click on this. They don't care about GitHub. They might not even know what GitHub is, but they see it's like, oh, it's a review. I want to check on a review. They click on that link and boom, it's tagged to them. So that's how you can use the power of something that's worth hundreds of millions of dollars, billions of dollars in GitHub, and use the power of what the like and trust that Google has for that site to get ranked on page one. Another one here, DeviantArt. DeviantArt is a site that people go to find art that's kind of like really weird and pictures that are really weird. Guess what? Someone said, DeviantArt. And not just here. Look at this. If I scroll down, there's DeviantArt twice. Google loves DeviantArt so much that it showed Jeremy's product twice. So you go to DeviantArt and you're like, huh, let me click on that. Auto lead machine, review and links. And it's just somebody probably took the sales page. You took ChatGPT and made their own page. But see, you go to a site like DeviantArt, and guess what? You can submit basically your own page. These are the kind of secrets that people don't realize is going on. And this should open up your mind. It's like, whoa. If you know for a fact something brought in 3,000, maybe even close to 5,000 sales right now, and you can get on page one, you're going to be getting the sales. And I guarantee you looking at this one video right here, this is just one video of all the taxes we're going to bring on this amazing course, you're like, wow, I never would have thought in a million years to use GitHub, to use DeviantArt. Bottom line is, I just want to show you part of the process that we did to see something that's getting a ton of sales, what's ranking on page one. And in this case, there's two things that you're like, wow, GitHub and DeviantArt. You may not have even heard of those sites before, but it's like the proof is in the pudding, and you see it right here ranking on page one. And maybe for the next launch that comes up, you could use those sites to your advantage to rank. And we're going to show you everything else that we know is working with this process. So get excited. Max, any comments?
Yeah, what I just really like about this is that, you know, these sites, they are not sites where people would usually put reviews on, like arts. Like, why would you make a review article and put that on such a site? Because it's working. When you first look at it, it doesn't really make much sense. But you have to understand that people who find that review, they're looking to find that review because that's what they're typing into Google. And then they don't care if it's on a site called GitHub or like DeviantArt because they just want to know more about the product. And like this, you can make sales even though you're in a completely unrelated site. Ours, the ones that we're talking about, like they're not, you know, they're like way more related if you want. And but yeah, this is just super crazy, and this is how we found what works, and this is how we came across, like, you know, what we've put together in this program here.
So get excited, guys. You've already got two crazy, insane things. We're going to break it down even more, video after video. So get excited. And again, it's not just about saying, wow, this is a crazy course that showed me stuff and blew my mind that I never thought possible. I could rank on page one in a matter of minutes in a way that I never even thought about. That's cool. That's awesome. But in the end, you have to take action. That's the only way you're going to win. Consuming this, getting excited that you found something cool is one thing. But where do you go tomorrow? Start taking action. Start seeing yourself ranking on page one. Start seeing yourself getting the traffic. And then number three, it all comes together. Start making those sales. So take action, and we'll see you on the next video.